Yeah, just before we sign off, Pedro, so Antony's agent, has has hit back at Amorim. You know, Amorim, a few days ago, 5 days ago, he said the physical aspect is there in the Premier League, no matter who the opponent is. Sometimes they don't need to build, just a long ball, second ball, and that's it. If you don't have that, you have difficulties. We talk about some players like Antony, who is much better in Spain. You know, he was talking about, I'm not going to finish. So Pedroso came
Yeah,
out
yeah,
a
yeah.
few
That he
hours ago.
guarantees the physicality is a thing to do with it.
Yeah, he came out he said, with respect, rather, we respect the opinion of Robin Amorim, but we completely disagree with his analysis. To attribute Anthony's lack of success at United solely to the question of physicality.
He didn't say
Uh, y-
solely. You see,
well,
now this
that is
this
what
guy
he's
is,
responding with.
yeah,
That is
yeah,
what
yeah.
he's responding with. You
Yeah,
get it?
yeah.
But
But he's a
and
hired
now he has
gun.
the advantage.
Yeah.
He has the advantage because Anthony is performing so well in what
No, no.
back
What
then he couldn't
advantage
say
does he
that.
have?
No, I'm saying
What
right.
advantage?
No,
Hmm?
Anthony's Pedroso, Anthony's agent right now feels
Yeah.
like he's
Yes.
on a higher ground because United still doing poor even when without Anthony, and
And
Anthony on the
Anthony
other
is
side
flourishing.
is flying, he's flourishing. So I
Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah.
he
But
feels
then
like he
again,
can muscle.
the perspective of a manager, even the United fans, we do know. I mean, Anthony had very many other problems that failed him to succeed at United in his short spell at the
Mm.
club, which included allegations against him for domestic violence and stuff like that, which might have thrown him off. But the real thing is the observation of the manager about the physicality is real, because as a Man United fan, you did see Antony banded over every time he tried to beat his opponent. He was banded over.
Yeah,
Even in
that's correct.
Spain, he's banded over, but it's not as often as it was in the Premier League. So, I mean, the physicality attribute is there for everyone to see, but he
So you're
can
with Ruben Amorim on this.
yeah, because I love Anthony, I love the player, but I understand where the agent is coming from, because he has to be seen to be working, so he has to say something. And the moment he said solely, then it means he did not hear the manager. He didn't understand the observation of the manager, because he should take on the observation of the manager. But when he says that the physicality is not solely the reason Anthony didn't succeed at United, then he means there are other issues. The manager was not going to come in a press conference and talk. He wasn't talking about Anthony and why he failed to succeed
Whenever you
at
say
United.
Anthony, I remember Anthony. I'll send you that clip.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
reports coming from Spain show that United have told Real Betis if they want to take Anthony on a permanent move, they have to pay a fee around close to 41.3 million pounds to 42 Josh.
They
And I
should pay
understand Real
50.
Sociedad is saying they won't
Real
exceed
Betis.
25, 27. Sorry, oh my God, Real Betis. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
but we won't
Real
sell
Betis
him.
are saying they won't exceed 25, 27.
It's okay. We won't sell him.
No, I think we are going to sell him.
Why
He's one
should
of the
we?
players that,
Why should
well,
we? Because you don't like him?
no, I like Anthony
You see,
Josh.
when you look
I
at
like Anthony,
United,
real big
uh,
time. I love him.
realistically, when you look at United and the introduction of the PSR, you cannot afford to let go of players without getting money from them. You
Mm.
can't just get 20 million, because you're going to need to reinvest and get those players. And remember, United has all these things around it, the United tax and stuff like that. It's going to be very difficult for you to attract players. And if you have a player of the quality of Antony, um, why not hope to make him better at your club than try to find another player of that quality? Because then you're going to have to pay about 50 million pounds, and United does not have that kind of money anymore.
Well, thank you so much, Josh. Yeah, before we end up, Josh, news coming in is Manchester United are in formal negotiations with Rosario Central over signing 18-year-old Argentine center back Juan Gimenez. Well, I hope that is true. You know,
Yeah,
South Americans, when it comes to midfielders, defenders, they
yeah,
have the best. They have the best, and I
especially
hope that is true.
Argentines.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope that is true. And not to forget, of course, Josh, Kobbie Maino is still trying to hustle out flex with Man United. He wants
That's how
contract
it
renewal,
works. It's
talks are
that one is
ongoing,
that one
and
is
he wants
business.
180 per week. And I
No,
think that is really over exaggerated. I would let him go.
I wouldn't give him 150.
Like, yeah, because if
Ahmad
Amad Diallo,
Diallo,
who
Ahmad
performs so well,
Diallo
is on
renewed
120,
100.
he's on 100,
Yeah,
including
he's
bonuses.
rumored.
Josh, 120.
Bonuses, I wouldn't know the bonuses because right now you've not received any bonuses because of how the club is performing poorly. So, I mean, the
Well,
rumored amount of money for his renewal was 100,000 pounds a week, which is quite good money. And United in the past was paying way too much. But then
mm,
again, what happens if you give a 20-year-old Mino, he's 19 now.
yeah, he's 19.
Now, what happens if you give Mino a 4-year deal and you give him 180K, and then in just a few years, 2 years down his contract, you want to renew his contract, and he's telling you to give him 280.
I agree with you, by the way, when it comes to Kobbie Maino. No one, no, Ineos shouldn't be, but
He has
they
not.
should not listen to that.
He has
You know,
not yet. He has not yet played the football to earn the 180K at the club.
I agree with you, Josh.
We
I
are
agree with
not
you.
even sure we want to keep him at the club. As a
By the
Man
way,
United
rumors,
fan,
he's one of the players. In fact,
as a
no
man,
player at
as
Man
a
United is safe.
leave safety alone, but you can try to look at the whole picture of Ruben Amorim, and you can try to see the players who may not be with the quality at the moment, but maybe the players can work for that system. A player like Diogo Dallo, he has struggled the most this season, but at least he's a player I am confident can actually turn his fortunes around in that system and play well. A player like Kobbie Maino, I don't know where he fits in that system, because he can only play as a 10 in that system. He cannot play as a midfielder in a
And we've
midfield
seen
two.
that. Yep. We've seen that, by
Yeah,
the way. We've
he
seen
didn't
that.
have the energy for it. So it will become very difficult. Now, if we do choose to stick with Ruben Amorim, and Kobbie Maino is demanding that amount of money, yet he's going to be a bit part player, then Ineos is not changing anything at the club.
Well, Ineos, man. Also, I know the Glazers are to a large extent to blame, but Ineos, when I look at what's happening at
Nice,
no, Josh, say it. Nice, sorry, Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Say it.
No, Ineos has done well for me, because they need to United for over 12 years. That is since Sir Alex Ferguson and David Gill left. Um, the structure at the club was dead. You can say the Glazers have done a commendable job to keep the commercial aspect of the football club going, even if we are indebted and stuff like that. But they've kept the club afloat commercially. They still make a lot of revenue, even if they've taken their dividends every year and stuff like that. United has still spent 1 billion in the manner that it has spent it. So the problem was never really just the Glazers taking their dividends, but how the money was used. So we need a structure at the club, and this is going to take some suffering. Yeah.
Mm.
And the suffering is not only on the pitch. The suffering includes the redundancies.
Laying off
Uh,
workers, cutting off
yes, yes,
lunches.
yes,
But
yes,
anyway,
yes,
we
yes.
agree. That has
Because
to
there's
be
so many
that has to
things.
be done for the greater
There
good
were
of the
some
of the club. You know.
Exactly. There's so many things that were done at the club that were redundant, that were out of touch, and
Mm.
you can say that they're increasing season tickets and stuff like that. The fans are the ones who keep the club afloat and shit like that. But you should know that ticket prices for games are increased across the board.
Yeah, that is correct. Actually, Arsenal,
Almost,
Arsenal, uh, ticket prices for Arsenal are crazy. So sometimes when I see
yeah,
Man
yeah, yeah.
United
But
fans
Arsenal is in
complaining,
London. Arsenal is in London.
and we are, yeah, and United is the other side, verifying the village. But Josh, it's
Yeah,
Man United.
in the north.
It's Man United, so I expect what's happening. And I'm happy with what Ineos has done, cutting off redundancy and all that. Letting some
You
people,
see the mistakes.
cutting off
Why?
costs. Because we're in this
Sorry.
position because of the former, Ed Woodward and his entourage that used to run the club. So they only looked at the business part, but when it comes to structures, taking United at the next level, I think I'm with Omar Berada. 2028, we are coming for the
Yeah, yeah,
EPL.
yeah, yeah. Because the problems that we do have are quite big. You cannot just pinpoint on. We go and get Pep Guardiola and give him United. Pep Guardiola can never take that job.
No, he can't. He can't.
Yeah, because much as right now, if another manager came to the club after the structure is created, then that manager might be able to win something. But even when you complained about Eric Ten Hag, for periods of his tenure, he
Yeah.
was running the show like he was the owner, he was the CEO, he was because there were people in place who had the offices, but maybe they were not really good at executing the things that they were supposed to do.
Well, Sports Jazz, Isaac and Josh, thank you so much, everyone. Josh, I think this is when we call it a day and we sign out. Please do subscribe, guys. Turn on the notifications. Do not stop. Please continue subscribing. Continue subscribing. Signing out. Josh and Isaac, cheers.